are prepared to do that hard running.
There's 82 possessions to 63 in the first quarter, but both sides have gone into their forward 50 about the same.
So second quarter underway, and Regoni's kick, as you saw, run down. McDonald cleared a path, allowed White to get them to centre half forward. Plenty of Kangaroos back there. McCartney, who's got the job on Swartz. Opening quarter, Swartz took 2 marks and had 3 kicks. So nothing really too significant at this stage. Harvey flicking it up. McKernan shell-shocked almost. Abraham was on the bench for a while in the first quarter. Pike running around. Goes out very, very wide for Capuano. Got a fairly kind bounce, and he maybe got a high tackle if that's possible on somebody 6 foot, whatever he is. Capuano unloading to the square. McKernan, will it set up for Bell? Cruel. That was cruel, wasn't it? Through for a behind, so 6 behinds to the Kangaroos. Melbourne 3-5. Regoni. Well, he's not getting much from his big men. White will be the target, and Ingerson. They're both together on this side. White, oh, he competed in the end with his teammate Woden. They'll get away with it. McDonald onto the wing, again a one-on-one. Haven't seen much of Travis Johnson tonight. The ball sits up well for Robertson. Oh, it wasn't a great handball, it was a bit ambitious. Leoncelli over the top. Woden really threw that out. Oh, that was dangerous by Robertson. The umpire didn't really see it. Could have, well, King's over the top of it. The umpire so far tonight hasn't played any of them. So a bounce on the wing. 3-5 Melbourne, 6 behinds the Kangaroos. Capuano. Woden helping it on, but it's all the Kangaroos there. Bell. Oh, dangerous handball. Pressure on Stevens. Did pretty well to get it to Lang, and he had one thing in mind only.
Anthony, I'll just give you the benches quickly for the second quarter here. The Kangaroos, Rawlings, Burton, Sproul and Makepeace. And for Melbourne, Green, Phoebe, Brown and Bruce.
Well, Pickett and Farmer are one-on-one in the square if the Demons can get it from here. But Pike, oh, gee, got that quickly. That was a very quick handball. Come back and have a look at that one. Whelan tapped it away, but he didn't get it clear of Abraham, who plays for it, playing along in front of him. He kept control of the ball, which was pretty good. Bell, Blakey, long penetrating kick to centre half ball. McKernan had to take that one.
Goal square.
You can see him quickly getting to his feet. 50 metres anyway, won't matter. I think either Gergic or Nicholson went over the mark. Maybe Nicholson, although Gergic's the one who's arguing with the umpire.
Well, he can argue all he likes now, Hutto, because he can't get dragged any further back unless he wants to go into the second tier.
And I don't think I've ever seen an umpire say, sorry, I'll take that 50 metres back, boys. So
you have to reserve a seat for up there.
Straight through the middle. First goal for the Roos.
Well, if Corey McKernan can just find that magical form that he has shown at times in recent years, then this side can go on and win the flag again. But you suspect if Corey doesn't find that form, then the Kangaroos are just going to be a little bit short of the other sides at the top end of the ladder. But that's the sort of stuff he can do. He can drag down 4 or 5 a quarter while he's in business.
The Roos at last on the board. White got it down. Leoncelli to centre half forward. Johnson, some heavy bullocking work. Umpire said it was illegal heavy bullocking work. David King, who has had 6 kicks, 1 handball, 2 marks. He's also had 5 kick-ins. So he's had plenty of kicking practice tonight. Goes one-on-one to Carey and Ingerson. Good spoil, but Clayton in the right spot. Simpson looks up. Colbert. Gergic did well to spoil Carey. Just barged through. He went with a socker, as did Colbert. Third time lucky for the Roos. Abraham overwhelmed by numbers. Wheatley. Motlop. Harvey just banged it onto the boot. He had Peter Bell. in great position.
What about that for courage keeping behind the ball, Ozzy?
It's amazing, wasn't it? One thing with Peter Bell you never doubt is his courage, and we'll see this on replay shortly. He just goes in where angels fear to tread. It was a very quick kick by Brent Harvey.
Oh.
He saw Lee Colbert coming, but he didn't care. He just had eyes for the ball and eyes for the ball only.
He just competes all the time, doesn't he?
He certainly does, Dipper.
Travis Johnson is struggling to find the footy at the moment off the ground, and it's Bruce on.
Oh, Bell, that was way to the left. So this...
Mentioned Peter Bell before, Anthony. In the first, 10 minutes of the game, didn't get a kick. All of a sudden, I reckon he's had about 12, 13 possessions already.
11, Dipper. Gergic at full back. 1-7 to 3-5. You wouldn't think that'd continue all night. And Jared, you mentioned before the game that the Kangaroos have started and finished slow in a lot of their matches this year, but gone pretty well in the middle.
Yeah, they get over 65% of their scoring in the middle quarters.
Onto the wing where the Melbourne had the numbers. McDonald over the ball, had to knock it out. And that was to the advantage of Grant and of the Kangaroos. Shane Clayton, as he so often does, finds space. His delivery wasn't perfect. No mark. McKernan. Oh, Bell again. Getting in the right place in the right time. Will that be 50?
Play on, I thought.
Touch.
Play on.
Behind. Or was it in the back then?
No, it's play on.
Well, why was it?
It was touched off the boot.
Yeah, but I'll reserve my judgment until I see the replay.
Touched off McKernan's boot.
Have a look at this. Was this in the back?
No.
Three 5 to 1-8.
The umpire signalled it was touched off McKernan's boot.
Ragoni.
Jeez, we'd love to have another look at that one, Dipper.
All of a sudden, the Kangaroos have just lifted it a notch or two. Oh, Woden. Fumble he couldn't afford to make. Capuano did really well. All demons back there. Ragoni been also very prominent tonight. Has had 12 possessions now. Goes out looking for Nicholson. Stevens late on the scene. Wheatley. And it's over and out.
Was it touched?
No.
Looked like it had cleared the line to me, or cleared the fingers by about a good foot.
3-5 to 1-8. What a struggle from Colonial. Both sides, again, the emphasis on defence and pushing back, but the Kangaroos at the moment getting it down. Well done, Ingerson, to get the spoil up and the Bell kick. And he can maybe create something now. A long kick to centre half forward. Bruce, who replaced Johnson, couldn't take it. And Jason McCartney backing his judgment, kicks it beautifully onto the wing. Clayton again in space, got Grant inboarded. He wants him with a handball. Could go long to Carey. He will surely go long to Carey. No, change of direction. The kick didn't make it as far as they wanted. Bell, that'll be a trip if he had touched him. Bell fires away and misses again. And Peter Bell has kicked 4. Or was that 3 behinds?
Well, he's kicked a few, but the last 10 minutes, the Kangaroos have just absolutely dominated proceedings. They just kick a goal. 1-9, you rarely see a score like that. But of more concern to the Demons will be the fact that they can't get the ball inside their 50.
Onto the wing. Leon Shelley. Hike towards the boundary, Robertson.
Oh, you can't do that, Crikey.
Well,
yes, you can do that.
You can do that.
That time.
that is amazing, isn't it? Robertson did the very clever, I thought, Robertson there. Stopped. So Pike here. Well,
Got to change the body language. Look as if he's fumbling a bit more.
I think that's pretty poor. Obviously, he wasn't watching closely enough. The ball thrown in, just outside 50. Swartz. Oh, Powell just couldn't take it the first time. Harvey starting to win the ball around the packs. So creative. Carey couldn't go long because the only man there was Ingerson. He did go long in the end. He had to go wide and try and let Colbert. Well, somehow Colbert got to the contest. Gergic, little look away handball, terrific. Ragoni just curled the kick a little bit. Bruce was the target.
Great mark, Blakey.
Blokes like Blakey and Pike, in the absence of Martin and Archer, have to play big games, and so far they are. Things have really stepped up for the Kangaroos. McCartney gets the loose man on the outer side. Shannon Grant out in front of Motlop. Wheatley to spoil. Couldn't quite get there. Got a hand on the arm, but couldn't spoil cleanly.
And this boy can kick a ball.
Jared, you mentioned earlier the Kangaroos were dominating this quarter. They've in fact had 31 possessions to 10. It's amazing. They just need to convert on the scoreboard.
And they've still got a couple of players who are yet to find their best form. Shannon Grant, who we saw that get the ball in. It was just his third kick. He's got a job on Woden, though.
Can Motlop find his range? Find the range, but not the target. So 1 goal, 10. That is an extraordinary scoreline for the Kangaroos. Melbourne 3-5.
So Shannon Grant is really sacrificing his own possession game to lock down on Woden. Here he is now. That's just his 6th possession.
Well, Ingerson had run away from Carey to provide a target. Powell, though, goes a little more centrally. McDonald, first time for Pitt for the quarter, out in the lead. It didn't really look like taking that mark. Robertson, he kicked it, and it's still in.
Needs a bounce.
Ingerson had to handball there. He took too long in the end. Stevens or Pike under pressure. Over the top, Farmer loves this situation. Well, they did well that time. The Kangaroos did very well. And it's out again.
See, Pike's in good form, Jared. He has a good touches tonight.
Yeah, he's playing well, Dipper. I think Jason McCartney also has had a really good year. We know he had the disappointment of missing out on the final last year, the grand final. Tried for the cross ball, but in the end, just skidded across the boundary line. But McCartney, once again, Dipper having a very good game across half-back. Good tussle, in fact, with Swarter.
Powell doing well. Robertson, they need a goal. The Demons, they might get it. What a kick by Russell Robertson. Well, against the trend, he has kicked a beauty.
Well, that's probably going to cancel out all the hard work and effort that the Kangaroos have had this first 10 minutes of this first quarter. But I just noticed that passage of play, that they've really struggled this quarter to get the ball inside the forward 50, but they reverted back to what they were doing in that first quarter. They were chipping the ball, making it a game of possession, and it made it a lot easier to get that ball up into the scoring zone. A great kick by Russell Robertson.
Well, plot just thickens a little bit in this second quarter. The Kangaroos, as you can see on the scoreline, had enormous trouble converting. They've had it in attack for so much of this quarter. Robertson's goal would lift the Demons. Colbert trying to fashion a pass, but it wasn't a good one. Carey almost turned it into a good one. They've got numbers everywhere. Harvey, will he miss? Not this time. Finally, they find the opening. So the answer was very swift from the Kangaroos.
I think it was important, Hutto, for them to answer swiftly. They didn't want Melbourne to have back-to-back goals, particularly after the start they've had in this second quarter. But Brent Harvey, a noted goal kicker.
Decision he had to kick it. We'll have a look at this. Not a great kick by Colbert, but Harvey swoops. Carey almost gets the free kick, but there's a couple of players in the goal square just with their hands in the air. There they are wide. And, well, there's never a question when the ball goes through the middle.
Yeah, I think it was Peter Bell and Winston Abraham. Matty Capuano coming off with the blood rule. Yeah, the players in the middle have got no comeback when you slot it through, but when you miss it, don't they give it to you, Jared?
Well, we have got that famous incident where Malcolm Blythe kicked the left foot check side banana goal at Arden Street late in the game against, I'm not sure who it was, it may have been Melbourne in fact, and Ron Barassi dragged him for not centering the ball. As Blighty tells it, he said you couldn't kick more than 70% of those, and on the Monday night, Blighty went down and got 10 balls and kicked 8 out of 10.
Well, important centre bounce takeaway, and the last goal kicker, Harvey, it was that got it, and that's a mark that Whelan really needed to take after he got in great position. Ingerson, Gergic, Shepherd was okay, allowed Ingerson clear, they go for the boundary, and they should just about get the target. It's really, well, I was going to say tightened up, but really the Kangaroos have in many ways dominated in this quarter. Well, Melbourne a lot of tackles, but
they're chasing the footy at the moment.
Can mean you're doing a lot of chasing. 7 points they lead by.
Look at the job Grant's doing on Woden. Body contact at every contest.
No free kick there in this quarter. The Kangaroos 29 kicks, Melbourne 12. And the Kangaroos also 3 more handballs. So,
and Joe, wherever
there they are on the right of screen.
Simpson and Uze, fantastic duel that is as well.
Well done, Burton. Gee, you can hear the crunch of the smother. A little give from Power was all right. A little bit more adventurous was the Nicholson handball. That was a high tackle.
50.
Well, Uze foolish there. Really foolish. If he said something, which he shouldn't have. Clearly, that was a high tackle.
Didn't muck around either, did umpire Nash.
Sets it up. Carey looking dangerous. Pretty hard to stop in that situation. Nicholson did stop him. Probably more correctly, Carey just missed the mark. Andrew Lee and Shelley off the ground, and as you can see,
a bit of a hip problem here. He's just sort of limped off there, and so the doctors are just checking that.
Adam Lang pushing into the goal square here, ran right down from. There's his direct opponent, Stephen Pitt. He ran right down from full back to push to full forward there.
Oh, spider.
Oh, gee, that was fantastic from Burton. Showed the smaller man up, laid it up to Lang. Great build-up, deep. This time McKernan. Not this time. The margin back to one solitary goal. The Kangaroos 2 goals 11.
And again, Hutto, Winston, Abraham suggesting to Adam Lang this time to centre the ball. Possibly the better option too. But how's the agility of Spider Burton? That was fantastic.
He's got that ball caught in the web and away he went. Jeff White. Well, it was an opportunity missed there for the Demons.
Target Ingerson against Burton. Free kick against Burton over the shoulder.
He'll be a key tonight, Anthony Ingerson. If he can keep Wayne Carey quiet, and he's done a fairly good job so far, that will go a long way to winning this game.
Well done, McDonald. Advantage should be paid. Powell is a goal kicker. Didn't have a shot. Sets it up. Bruce in front. Couldn't take it. Numbers with the Kangaroos. Bruce did well to give it off. Brown had a shot at goal. Farmer versus Pickett. And Powell from the side entrance. He takes the mark from stage left.
Gee, I'll tell you what, the umpire didn't allow him to play on, but it was a little bit risky. When you're that close to goal, you want to take any element of risk out of it. Stephen Powell did try and play on and kick it along the ground, but thankfully for him, the umpire didn't allow him to play on.
The Kangaroos fans letting the umpire know what they thought about it.
I think it's the Demons not allowing him to play on. Down just behind the goal square.
You see it fairly often. Obviously, the umpire had blown time on.
These are just little testers. Shouldn't miss, but you've still got to go through.
I think he missed.
He has.
He's kicked that off 2 steps, Jared, and he's tried to kick it out of the park.
Spot on there, Jared.
Unbelievable. Homer Simpson didn't look too happy there.
You just cannot believe. We've all done them, Dipper.
Well, that's just an amazingly crucial miss, isn't it? Unless they can set up and get another scoring opportunity. This loose man still further afield. Not a good kick. But Robertson.
Play on.
Oh, that's going to get the Demon fans full of voice. We'll come back and have a look at it. King can really carve them up through the middle. The umpire was shepherding. He's gone down. Swartz cleaned him up. Ball to centre half forward. Carey takes the mark.
And Carey is just saying, umpire, any danger you're giving me a free kick? This bloke has been dragging me down and scragging me. How about just playing what is there, what's in front of your eyes for a change? And down goes the umpire, as you said, hello.
It's all happening at Colonial Stadium.
And interestingly, I don't think David Swartz meant that. Umpire Nash had a go at him for knocking him over.
Yeah, he was in the wrong spot.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
Swartz had nowhere to go there, boys.
That's right, Dipper.
Maybe umpire Nash might get 50. Abusing the player.
Well, Carey can put them within 1 point. Not a trouble in the world for Wayne.
And that goal there, boys, just magnifies that miss up the other end by Stephen Powell. That's a 12-point turnaround.
Here's Robertson's. Ooh. Gee, I thought he took it.
I suppose we've got the beauty of the action replay. I think from where we were sitting at the time, it didn't look like he did take the mark, but looking at that replay, it certainly did look like he did take the ball.
No, he's definitely taken that one. Well, some critical errors at both ends. We saw McKernan's kick was supposedly called touched, and that mark up the other end, which preceded the Kangaroos' goal, was disallowed also.
So suddenly just 1 point the difference. Pressure back on the Demons, who really have been outplayed in this quarter. But the Kangaroos haven't hurt them on the scoreboard. Uze just got a handball to it. Those 3 players you saw then have been great. Brown also quick with the handball. Swartz. No, it wasn't a great handball. Goes again.
For nothing.
Clayton. And the Roos supporters finding Boyce. Carey the target. Went crutch over the top. Whelan. Been fantastic for Melbourne this year. Powell was hanging on to the jumper. Didn't matter.
Hasn't he taken some important marks this term? John Blakey, one of the oldest men in footy.
Blakey onto the wing. Abraham. Blakey's game tonight. 8 possessions. He ran right down the ground. McCartney dishes it off. Byron Pickett. Great kick. Oh, great kicker there in front. Kangaroos in front by 5. And again, the second quarter of the Kangaroos, Jared.
Well, they've got their act together. This is a goal to the half-back line. You've got McCartney, who's given them some run. Laying off to Byron Pickett. Where's Jeff Farmer? Can't see him on screen, but a great finish. And the trend continues. The Kangaroos, all they had to do was straighten up, and that they've done in the last 5 minutes.
They've kicked 4 goals to 1 in this quarter and really dominated in general play. Lead by 5 now, and getting the ball out of the middle with, as far as Melbourne are concerned, monotonous regularity. Whelan, well, he didn't really look, and Shane Clayton just lives on the outer wing, takes the mark, sprints off. Carey not quite in position that time. Grant certainly was front and centre. Oh, Abraham stole it, and great kick, great little kick. Carey strolling into goal. The Roos are on fire.
Well, it's just a complete role reversal, Hutto. We saw in the first quarter Melbourne with the side prepared to do all the hard running, to do the hard yards, whereas now, from the previous goal, we saw both McCartney and Byron Pickett prepared to run, and again that passage of play, Clayton in that outer wing, just fantastic vision there to Carey, and the easiest of goals. And worrying signs, no doubt, from Neil Danaher.
Well, there he is with Brian Royal.
They've just got to get back to winning that loose ball. Saw there a couple of Kangaroos going through the football. Demons were skirting along the side of it.
It was close to a throw, wasn't it, by Bell? But Makepeace just on the ground. Oh, they are really hot at the moment.
It's amazing how quickly a game can change. That's 4 unanswered goals in the space of 3 minutes, boys, and when the team's got the ability to do that, it's just a frightening thing. And Johnny Blake, as you said earlier, Jared, he's been a real credit to the team today, especially in this second quarter. He has been nothing short of outstanding.
Troy Makepeace had only been on the ground replacing Lee Colbert for about 45 seconds, and straight away kicks the goal. 4 goals in 3 minutes for the Kangaroos. Demons desperately need one to stem the tide. Pike's been great. That is a really hard-fought mark, isn't it, by Robertson? Dished off the handball. Powell unloading. He unloads a bomb. It is a big, big bomb. What a reply by Stephen Powell. Well, he missed one from 3.5 metres out, and he made up for it with that kick.
Yeah, it's funny, Jared did say earlier that it's not that easy a goal, kicking from about 4 metres on that angle. I know we've all done it, we've all missed it. I've been in that club myself, but geez, what a bomb that was. With the roof closed, there's no doubt that this ball does travel a little bit further, and from outside 50, that was just a great kick. And that's 5 goals, boys, in 3 or 4 minutes of football. It's certainly raining goals at this point in time.
Yes, after neither side could find the middle for long periods during the match. This centre bounce battles, though, is where the Kangaroos have really started all their run from. Burton's pushed forward to help out Wayne Carey. Oh, at the back, speak of the devil. The gold avalanche continues at Colonial Stadium. 7-11-53 to 5-6-36.
Well, it's interesting that Farmer went into the middle to change the chemistry a bit, but it was his man, Byron Pickett, who followed him in. Did all the damage. He was at the back. Carey just used the body there, skilled the couple, and, well, it's a pretty intelligent kick.
That's 7 goals for the quarter for the Kangaroos. Melbourne have kicked just 2.
Dominated centre clearances in this quarter have the Kangaroos.
Not this one, though. Rigoni. Schwartz needs a mark for his confidence, and for Melbourne. Oh, good hip and shoulder. And who else but Byron Pickett to provide it, and the ball out of bounds.
Jeff White has pushed forward for Melbourne.
Schwartz and McCartney doing the ruck work. Good body work, but Pickett was there to read it. Clayton threw it away. Melbourne fans wanted a free. Robertson, that would have equally as much a throw. Clayton goes again. And out in the full. James McDonald with a free kick. Also had a good match last week. This quarter, though, 46 kicks for the Kangaroos, 24 for Melbourne. So 22 more kicks. Farmer! Oh, God. The leak was unbelievable. He didn't pull it down, though. Powell. Just a little bit inaccurate. Forced White's kick to be hurried. Woden did well, kept his footing. Oh, the blind turn was fantastic. Just didn't take it with him. Bruce, not quite. Pitt unable to break clear. Just missed. 5-7 to 7-11. 16 points the margin. What about that? He kept on going. That would have been unbelievable if he had have taken it.
He basically had the 2 chances too, because when he gets to the ground, he's got his legs there and he couldn't get the body weight going forward.
Still 5 minutes to go in this quarter. It's been an exhausting one the last 10 minutes, hasn't it?
Tell you what, that's the Cardinal seen by David King. That umpire blew the whistle, and the fullback knows when that umpire blows that whistle, you've got to get that ball on. No matter where you are on the ground, when you're kicking that ball out, you've got to get that ball on. And it's
amazing, though, they've given other players throughout the course of the play, I reckon, longer than that to kick out. And the kick out is a much harder kick than the general field.
Certainly.
Well, it's really deep in the danger area. McCartney will try and get it through. Robertson. Demons probably didn't get enough players on goal side of the pack then. It was always going to be the Kangaroos' target to get it through. So David King gets another chance. So using up some of his time here by doing his shoelace up. 5-8 to 7-11. Demons zoning very well. Burton will be the target on the kick in. White up very early.
Back, no coverage at the back from the Demons.
Motlop, he almost ran into his own man, Clayton, who was trying to provide the shepherd.
Abraham.
Whelan, he was lost. Abraham was always going to take the mark.
Well called, Dipper.
And we had a look at Whelan there. He just turned around to look and see where Abraham was. Didn't get a feel for where the ball was coming.
I've actually walked the other side of the ground. When Motlop got the ball, Abraham made room for himself and just read that ball beautifully.
That was the little look. And Abraham now can kick the Kangaroos' 8th goal of the quarter. They lead by 15 at the moment. Suddenly, they have found their kicking boots.
Melbourne's problems in that passage of play started up on the wing there when Jeff White jumped early. And when you jump early, his judgment was just put out, and you can't allow that ball to go past you. Even if you thump the ball out of bounds or sideways to one of your players running onto the ball. You cannot let that ball go past you. He did, and the ball ended up in the arms of Winston Abraham, and another golden Kangaroos.
So an amazing turnaround in this match. Spider Burton, Simpson. He can do it all at the moment. Motlop. Big Burton pushing forward, but Blakey also coming from half back. Had the distance covered. He is a penetrating kick, but also inaccurate on that occasion. 8-12 to 5-8. Travis Johnson.
Spider Burton been very good for the Kangaroos this quarter too in the middle. He's allowing them first use of the ball time and time again.
22 points to margin, Rigoni. Oh, good grab from Swartz. Free kick though.
No.
Don't give away 50, David. There's a little shove in the shoulder.
He's touched his shoulder there. He hasn't shoved him. That's wrong decision there.
Shannon Grant, good space in front of him for the lead, and great delivery.
I mean, David Swartz has got every right to give the umpire a break on that one.
He did put the hands on the shoulders just to steady himself and maybe elevate himself a little bit. But generally over the years in our game, if you take the mark, you're...
Well, that's not a free kick if you put your hands on the shoulders.
Isn't it?
No way.
We have to actually push.
You got to push them out.
Oh, what about that one? That really stings. A 9-goal quarter by the Kangaroos.
Well, it's a great kick. There's no doubt about that. Oh, you are absolutely joking. You just couldn't possibly even think about paying that free kick. But David Swartz, unlike supporters Aussie that'll go on with the job, he's got to put it out of his mind.
Yeah, no doubt. Just got to go on with the next play.
I wonder how David Swartz feels at the moment. They've now kicked 9 goals, the Kangaroos, in this quarter. Melbourne just 2. It has been a blitzing that started in the middle. Bell went to Grant. Now he was. Oh, I didn't actually think he was pushed in the back. McCartney goes out wide. Good spoil from Wheatley. Path cleared for him. Somehow he found the ball through all that traffic and got his man. Swartz tries to just break the tackle, gets ball to boot. Inside 50, 2.5 minutes remaining. Melbourne need a goal absolutely desperately. And there's the push. Was it in the back? Certainly the yell and scream might have got the umpire's attention. Demons up on 50 now. 9-12 to 5-8.
Jeff White's now pushed the full forward.
Swartz outnumbered around the packs. They've just killed them at the stop plays. Stevens, Harvey.
Half-time can't come quick enough for David Swartz. He's a bit sore. He's frustrated. The umpires have given him a couple of shocking decisions. And, well, perhaps he just needs to get in there and settle down a bit.
Nicholson able to spoil. Kangaroos again at the front position. Makepeace's wobbling kick. Deep for Carey. Surely that was out of bounds. No. Abraham just got clear. Quick kick, great kick. And Blakey takes it. This will be 10 for the quarter. And they've blown this game apart. Was this out of bounds? I think it was.
I don't think you can judge. It's a line ball decision, but that certainly wasn't. That was just a great grab.
Johnny Blakey drives it through. 4th goal of the year for John Blakey. And they are dominating now.
Well, it's just good to see Winston Abraham. He's been on the receiving end of a couple of his opposition teammates not centering the ball. And there, when he's had his opportunity to just bang at goal. He did the team thing and he sent it to Johnny Blake, and in the end that was a fantastic one-handed mark by Johnny Blake. Not a noted goal kicker, so we'll enjoy that, Blakes.
Out of the middle again, Burton getting hand on the ball. Grant, McDonald well wrapped up. Umpire not going to change his interpretations now. Plays the bounce.
I'd hate to be sitting in the gallows, Hutto, and you were the judge and making a decision on circumstantial evidence.
Well, I did think it was out of bounds. With the naked eye,
clearly
enough to blow the whistle. With the naked eye, we had a pretty good view from here. And also on replay. Doesn't matter now. This is what matters. Byron Pickett going along and strong. They could get 11. If Carey can just find some space, he does that with ease. Unloads. Needs someone to take a mark. Was it completed over the line? No, said the umpire. It was completed inside the line. And Abraham with 30 seconds on the clock.
Well, there's been half a dozen decisions, well, maybe not half a dozen, but at least 4 decisions that have been shown by the ISO camera to prove incorrect. I wonder if this will be another one.
Abraham slots it. They cannot miss them.
I think if you watch that on replay, he's had that second by the cherry over the line. So, again, it was very quick. We do have the beauty of the action replay again, as I said earlier, but I think that was incorrect.
But your gut feel said it was over the line. Let's just see how it is. The goal umpire was the one that had to help Mark Nash out here. Great passage of play by Carey. He's bombed the ball in, was looking for the sticks. But this is the important one. Did he take the second grab over the line or not? No, umpire's spot on.
Yep, I think you're right. I think he was right. 11-12, 78 to 5, 8-38, 40 points. An amazing margin considering it was 3-0 at quarter time. They kicked no goals in the first and 11 in the second. Amazing game football.
Free kick to Pickett.
He accentuated it, but it was there. 50 metres, is it? No, umpire blowing time on. I thought for a minute he was going to say, come with me. Just about half-time. And smell the party pies and the sausage rolls, Aussie.
And don't they smell good? Red hot they are, like the Kangaroos. 11 goals to 2. What an amazing turnaround, Hutto.
Would you believe that quarter ran 37 minutes and 22 seconds?